Hi, my friends. I miss you. Today, I'm going to show you how to make rhythm patterns with what we call quarter notes and eighth notes. And once you can figure these out, you can make any rhythm you want to. So our goals are going to be that we can hear and chant rhythm patterns with quarter notes and eighth notes. And I'll explain what those are in a minute. Then we should be able to clap them or play them on a drum or a found object. I'll explain that in a second. And you should be able to put some of these rhythms together to make some phrases and then perform them to keep a steady beat, and then you really will be all set. So what you're going to need, like if you don't have a drum, I have a nice drum here. You could use a drum if you have a drum at home. If you do not have a drum, you could use pencils. It's very easy. You could just tap them on the table, or you could tap it on a tissue box. It makes a very nice drum. I also have knives, plastic knives, or spoons you could use, and these are paper towel tubes. So you really can have any option, and if you don't have anything, you can just clap your hands. In fact, for the first example, I'm just going to clap my hands. So get your hands ready, warm them up. Got your hands ready? Good. A quarter note is a note that just sounds like one beat. It's just like this. Just one beat, like a quarter. You find a quarter on the ground, you pick it up, you could buy a gumball, put it in there and make the gumball pop. Pop. That's a quarter note. Now, eighth note would be like if you had two quarter notes put together, but a little quicker. They're kind of like you take a quarter note and you cut it in half. You get two eighth notes. So don't worry about that too much. Just remember a quarter note is, and an eighth note is two eighth notes. Now, sometimes I'm going to chant them. I'll say do for a quarter note, or for an eighth note, I could say do day. And that helps me keep track of where I'm at. So if I do this, do, what did I just chant? Was a quarter note. Very good. Let's try it again. I'm going to clap it and chant. I say ready, set, go. Do. That's a quarter note. Do day is how we chant two eighth notes. It would sound like this. Ready, set, go. Do day. And then you have two eighth notes. Do day. Do day. Do day. You could also count it just one, and. One, and. Okay? If I had four quarter notes, I'd count them like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I had a bunch of eighth notes to fit together with those, I'd count them like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You might have heard people say, and a 1 and a 2. Well, that's where that comes from. Sometimes we're going to have something called a quarter rest, and it is a silent beat. But I'm not even going to say shh, because that's a noise. I could go 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I wanted to do the eighth notes, 1 and, 2 and, 3 and, 4 and. So we get the basic tools. I'm going to do it with my Kleenex box drum. So here's my quarter notes. You can follow along with me. If you're looking at the web page, you might also see that I put up a resource that's printed up on there, and I'm on example 1A, and it's a quarter note and a quarter rest, and then another quarter note and another quarter rest. And I would just go ready, set, go. 1, 2. You see? Or I could count the rest as a beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I really like that because then you're remembering that the silence is actually a beat too, and it's very important. So as you get started, you have a good foundation. So I'm going to do that again. It's example 1A. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy. Next one is example 1B. It's two eighth notes, a quarter rest, 2/8 notes, and another quarter rest. And it sounds like this. Ready, set, go. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. I'm going to play that beat without even counting it. Ready, set, go. You see? Now we're really ready to go. Once you know how to do 1, 2, then you're really ready to build on a lot of other things. So I'm going to add another video after this to take you a little farther. Hi there. I'm really hoping that you can hear the difference between a quarter note and 2/8 notes. And we also have quarter note rest. Quarter note, remember, is just one beat. Ready, set, go. And the 8th notes divides up that quarter note into 2 smaller beats. Ready, set, go. In my last video, I explained how you count it and chant it. Do, do, day. And you would also count the rest. Do, do, day. So in this next example, I'm going to do, and remember, I'm looking at my resource that is online with that. And if you can't see it there, it's right here. I'm on number 2A. 2A is a quarter note and 2/8 notes. And then I'm going to have 2 rests. Okay, ready, set, go. 1, 2, and 3, 4. You see? 1, 2, and 3, 4. So if you can do the whole pattern by itself, you're really starting to understand how to make rhythms. One more time. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, and 3, 4. I could also use the chanting syllables of do and do day. Ready, set, go. Do, do day. Do, do day. I'm just repeating it because now I'm starting to get a nice beat. And if you can feel that, then you know the music is the heartbeat, the rhythm. Number 2B is 2 quarter notes, 2/8 notes and 1 quarter note, plus 2 rests. So it sounds like this. You get the sounds, and then you have a couple beats of silence. You got to kind of keep the beat going in your head while those silences go by. Here I go. Ready? I'm going to chant it. Ready, set, go. Do, day, do. Do, day, do. Do, day, do. Do, day, do. Now I'm going to count it. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Very good. So we can mix those up too. You're going to start to get more phrases going. A, then B. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3. Do, do, day. Do, day, do. Do, do, day. Do, day, do. Now just it seems pretty basic, but once you really are able to build on that, you know, you play it on the drum. Then we're really starting to rock and roll. Okay, I'll see you in the next video and take you a little farther. You can always go back and listen to these again. Hello. In this video, I'm going to let you get a little bit more practice with quarter notes and 8th notes. Now, again, I'm working on my rhythm patterns with quarter notes and 8th notes, and on my website, my Schoology site, you should be able to see this page. And I'm working on number 3 now. 3A and 3B. You can see there's 4 quarter notes and 4 eighth notes. If you can't access this online, here it is. I hope you can see it. I'm working on number 3. Okay, so starting with just 4 quarter notes, I'd go ready, set, go, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then let's just wait. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. 2, 3, 4. And that's where you're going to get your attitude on while you're waiting. You can put your little dance in there, but you got to keep the beat in your head. Okay, that's good. I'm going to go to the second part, which is the string of eighth notes. So I'd say 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and rest. 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and rest. 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and rest. 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and rest. And 2, 4. Now I'm going to put them together. I'll do 4 quarter notes, then I'll rest. Then I'll do 4 sets of eighth notes, then I'll rest. So it should sound like this. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, rest, rest. Here come the eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and You know what? If you count the eighth notes, you're going to find out something. There's going to be actually 8 of them. Watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Rest, rest. Now just 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rest, rest, rest. Now here's my eighths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's lots of ways to count it. Do, 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 do. Rest, 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 rest. Do, day, do, day, do, day, do, day. Rest, 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 rest. And then the last thing you could do is string them all together with no space in between. So I'll go quarter notes, then I'll go eighth notes. 4 quarter notes, 8 eighth notes. Okay, here we go. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. You see? Now if I wanted to put that on my other drum, you could start to add things together like this. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and I'm getting carried away. Well, we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. One step at a time. You're getting it. You're doing a great job. Okay? I'll catch you on the next video and take you a little bit further. Hi again. One thing I like about playing rhythms with plastic knives, it's very quiet. That way, if everybody's sleeping, you could still practice your music. You could be like, baby's taking a nap in the other room, and you could still work on your sounds. And then when you get a big drum set, you'll be all ready to go. So I'm working on example number 4 now. 4A and 4B. And you're going to see I'm starting to mix the rhythms up a little bit. But don't let that bother you. We already did that earlier. We just did them with some space in between. Those little squiggles are the rests. So we're just going to put them together without so much stopping. You're really getting good at this. If you're this far, you're getting good. So I'm going to do quarter, eighths, quarter, eighths. Ready, set, count with me. I go 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. You see? Not so hard. Ready, and set, go. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. You guys got that one. Now I'm going to do opposite. I'm going to start with the eighths. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So you got to mix it up. Let's try it. Ready, set, go. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Very good. Now, if I just keep repeating it and keep repeating it and keep repeating it, it's called a groove. You just kind of get a groove on. You just kind of keep the beat going, and it forms the basis, the foundation of the rest of the music that you could add to it. You could add a song to it, you could add a flute, you know, a guitar, anything. So here's example 4A, and I'm just going to repeat it a bunch of times. Ready, set, go. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3. I could chant it. Do, 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 do. Or I could just play it. And guys, that's the really important beat. Doom, da, da, doom, da, da, doom, da, da, doom, da, da, doom. 1 and 2, 1 and 2. All right, you're doing a good job. The other thing is you could start it on the other way around. So you could go 1 and 2, 3 and 4. 1 and 2. Kind of sounds the same. It really depends on when you start. So on my drum, I'll use my little knife as a drumstick. Sorry, my son was calling me, but I'm almost done with this. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 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 1, 2. Let's see if I can do this like this. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Well, I can't do it with both hands at the same time without lots of practice. I'm just, trying to think of different ways that you can apply it. Keep up the good work, and I'm going to bring you into the next video after this. A little bit more longer patterns and some more different patterns you can do. Okay, I really think if you're this far, you have really figured out how to do some really good basic rhythms. And these rhythms are awesome because when you just use quarter notes, there's a quarter note, an eighth notes, a little rest, it's easy to make a lot of great music. So don't let it fool you. This really is important stuff. So I'm going to work on exercise 5. And you can see I have A, B, C, and D examples on this. Basically in this one, we're practicing putting in an eighth note and then quarter notes on the different beats. So this is beat 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. If I'm on this one, 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. You see? But you can figure this out. It's just 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Remember, eighth note, you're going to say 1 and. And if it's on the second beat, you say 2 and. And if it's on the third beat, you say 3 and. And if it's on the fourth beat, you say 4. And a lot of times we just use our fingers. I'll show you this trick. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, I think I'll go through the exercises just like this. So here's 5A. Ready, set, go. 1 and 2, 3, 4. That's it. Ready, set, go. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Now I'm just going to repeat it a few times like I did in the other video. Then you start to get a groove. You start to get some steady rhythm going, like a heartbeat. Ready, set, go. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 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 Why do we use groups of 4 beats? I wonder why. It's always like groups of 4. Happens all the time. I wonder if sometimes use other groups. 4, 3 sometimes maybe. 5 maybe. I don't know. I mean, actually, I kind of do know, but I want you to think about it for a while, okay? I'm not going to say right now what it is. I'm going to play it like this. So here's 5B. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 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 Can you do example 5C? I'm going to trust you can do it on your own, and then I'll do it here. I really wish I could hear you. That would make it so much better. 5C, ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Do, 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 they do. Do, 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 they. You could just scat. Doesn't really matter what sound you make. You just kind of want to feel the rhythm. Sorry, my computer is making some sounds here. D, 5D. Ready, set, go. Boom, 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 bop, bop, boom, 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 bop, bop, boom, 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 bop, bop. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and do, 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 they, do, 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 they, boom, 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 bop, bop, boom, 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 boom. So you can play them all the way through without stopping. Let's try that. From 5A all the way through D. Ready, set, go. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you can accomplish that, you have come so far. It's amazing. In the next video, I'll work on the last example, and then we'll see what we can put together. If you have made it through this many of the videos, you have really done a great job. You're really making progress in learning quarter note and eighth notes to make rhythms. I'm going to be working on example number 6. And you can see I'm mixing up the quarter notes and the eighth notes a whole lot more. It's mostly, you can see mostly it is eighth notes, that's right, and then the quarter note. I have like 1 quarter note in each. Can you see there's like a pattern here? So this is beat 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You see? So we're going to be working on those. I'm going to use just a little bowl that I found in my kitchen and a pencil. It makes a really nice sound. Depends on where I hit it. If I hit it on the top, I get this really nice sound. You can get lots of different sounds from it. That's why finding things to make instruments out of is actually pretty fun. So this is example 6A. It's mostly eighth notes, but it ends with a quarter note. So I'm going to count it and play it. Ready, set, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Good, and to count the rests, you could also use a clock. Sound like a tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Tick-tock, tick-tock. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Tick-tock, tick-tock. So now I'll do example B. I moved the quarter note. It's going to be on beat 3. So it sounds like this. Tick, tock, ready, set, go. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and tick, tock. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and I could chant it just like do-de-do-de-do, or just scat. Very good. Okay. Example C, I move the quarter note onto the second beat. So you're going to hear it like this. Set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready and set, go. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Okay, last example. I put the quarter note on the first beat. So I move the quarter note around. This is just like a vocabulary patterns. And once you really get a good ability to just do any of these patterns, you're going to be able to put them into phrases and make really cool rhythms like a drum team. Okay, here we go. Ready, set, go. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and ready and set, go. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and ready and set, go. You know what? This time I'm not even going to put the rests in. I'm just going to keep going. So don't get lost. You got to count. Ready and set, go. 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and boom, ba 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 boom, ba 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 boom. Now I'm not gonna count it out. Just so I got a little faster at the end. You can probably hear, but if you put them all together. You get quite a little musical story. And then again, when you want to add them to your drum and get some different beats going. And you can make up a dance to go to that. There's a million things you can do. So you've really got a handle now on quarter note and eighth note rhythms. Like 1, 2, ready, go. Ready and set, go. One, two, three. One, two, three. ready, tune, steady, go.